All right, welcome back to the Sandbox training videos for StringCan. Today I wanted to go through how you would create custom user data fields. And basically this is in case you have a lot of information that you want to import into Sandbox, but Sandbox's predefined data fields don't cover some of the information you have and you want to customize it. It allows the opportunity for you to create those data fields, and then also once they've been created to allow you to search through those data fields to help isolate specific contacts or groups of contacts. So to start with, you want to make sure that you're in the group that you're wanting to create the data field for. Of course, once you create it, you also have the option to share it with all of your groups. You're going to go ahead and go here next to the groups drop down. This is the groups group settings menu. Once that opens, you've got a series of tabs across the top here. The one you want is the user-defined data tab. And what that's going to allow you to do is now create your new custom data field. So just add new custom data field. Once that opens, it's pretty straightforward, but there's a few things to keep in mind. The first thing you're going to do is name it, and we'll just call this custom field. Let's go ahead and put space there. And then what you're going to do is select the type. Now, this is where it gets interesting because you can do a couple different things. You can do a select one, select multiple. You can do trend data, short text, open text, integer, and date. Generally speaking, if you're not sure what information is going to be collected by the field, you want to do open text or short text. Open text is better if you're going to have sentences or a long series of items that get put in there. Short text is more for like, short sentences, numbers, dates, things like that you can use in there. Select one, select multiple, exactly like what they sound. Select multiple means you can actually have checkboxes that people can click multiple checkboxes or just one. The select one is going to be more for like yes or no data fields. Is this person a member of a certain group? Yes, no. And what's really cool is if you put the information in correctly in your Excel spreadsheet, when you import it into Sandbox, Sandbox will see those answers and automatically check the correct box for you. So for this one, let's go ahead and do just an open text. You want to go ahead and say show in contacts list. This allows you to see this data field as an option in the contacts list. This is also where you can store company data. Right here where it says this group only, this is where you would click to make sure it's shareable across all groups. No matter what group you're in, you can see this data field. This is getting more down here into the area of permissions, what people are allowed to see. You do want to hide it from group members generally. You can make it visible to them or editable by them, but they do have to have an account access that you give them in order to see that. Shared access users, that's if you've set up an account for like a salesperson or an intern. You can decide whether they can see it or not, whether they can see it but not do anything, or if they actually can edit it. And most of the time I use editable by shared access users just because I want everybody to be able to change it or enter the data. Again, that's up to your discretion. You can also put a description in about the data field that you've created. So we're going to go ahead and just save the changes for right now. And once it's saved, it does log out, so you can actually create several while you're in there at the same time and then save it. So let's go ahead and do one more. I want to give you a quick demonstration of what a select one or select multiple would look like. In this case, let's just say, are you a previous client? And what's really cool is you can actually use these data fields as form questions in the sign up forms that you can create in Sandbox. And that's something I can show you in another video. So the field name, are you a previous client? And we're going to go ahead and do the first one, which is select one. And here you enter the values. Let's just say yes, and you want to separate it with a comma, no, and let's just say not sure. All right, so we'll go ahead and make this shown in the contacts list, store company data, make it all groups, editable by shared access users, and save the changes. Now I'll go ahead and show you what that data field looks like in an actual client's information. So let's go ahead and go up here to contacts, view contacts. All right, and we'll just pick one of these contacts. Let's just go with Pete Hart here. Going to hit edit. When you hit edit, it's going to open up all their contacts information. And here we said our previous client. So I'm going to click this drop down, and there you go. You have the different answers. We'll just say yes, and that will show up. Now, if you had imported this contact with a Excel spreadsheet, if you put in in that range under that column, if you had put the correct answer as yes, no, Sandbox will see that and automatically assign that for you. So that's how you would do that. Let me go ahead and close out of this and show you real quick what you need to do if you need to delete a custom data field. So let's go ahead and go back into the contacts contact settings there, user defined data. Now, there's no obvious delete button or anything like that, but if you uncheck the data fields, it will give you a warning. Make sure that's what you want to do. And then this one as well. Now, any data associated with that data field will be lost when you delete it, but by unchecking it and hitting Save Changes, it will actually delete those data fields for you. So hopefully that's been helpful in showing how to create user-defined data fields. There will be more information on some of the other topics, as in setting up forms and things like that, in future videos. And I look forward to sharing more information with you in the future. Thank you and have a great day.